as you know, Indonesia now really undergoing major economic shift in our um, midterm national planning. We also identified identified uh, green economy, blue economy, digital economy, etc. So it's actually a lot of this kind of process of transformations already in our middle term development, national development plan. So we are going there. And until 2045, we would like, we have this big dream, national dream, going to golden Indonesia with that is more sustainable, environmentally friendly, but also economically also vibrant. So this is the situation in Indonesia now. So ministry talk about low carbon and climate resilience futures now with different, how you call it, different implementations and readiness for them. But for vocational education, just and green transitions, especially means two things that need to be further pursued in Indonesia. First is greening the skill system, number one. So this is really ensuring that training, whether it is in the formal, the non-formal, as well as informal, if it is, we go into that direction also. Um, reflect green sectors, new qualifications, including the more sustainable related to occupational safety and health, resource efficiency, etc. So we need to greening the skill system. Number two, and we talk a lot, gender equality, social inclusion. We need to make sure that making this transition inclusive. So avoiding new inequalities by really addressing the existing barriers faced by women, youth, people with disability, even productive elderly. There's also group, this Ministry of Manpower Indonesia also have special directorate that also work on different more vulnerable group, including we, although Indonesia now still happy with this demographic bonuses, demographic dividend, but we also going into graying of society, and people, this they call it the productive elderly, also there. And we already discussed this is also, they can also be part to active part also in green jobs, for example. But then that means we really make the transition that is ongoing now inclusive. So two, first is greening the skill system, because this is still in baby steps. Actually, we still have to do more with better speed, and we have to make sure that this transition is inclusive. So that's why GIZ, through at least in this last 3 + 5, 8 years coming until 2028, we support also the promotion of green jobs through two projects. First project is IZ project, that is 2021 until 2024, and then 2023 until 2028 is GESIT project. IZ project focus on renewable energy, but GESIT project focus not only renewable energy, but also sustainable forestry and also circular economy. So we open up more sector in this. And we strengthening policies, integrating green competency through reskilling and upskilling, piloting green job promotion measures at the subnational level, 3 provinces in Indonesia. And also we support key ministries or agencies in Indonesia in promoting green jobs and greening the skill system. So this is now what we do. But two big challenges for Indonesia: greening the skill system and also making sure that the transition inclusive.
Super. No, thank you so much. That sounds really quite impressive what is going on. And yeah, thank you for sharing also the different pathways also in the training. I mean, important is that the stakeholders are all on board. How do you experience in Indonesia the commitment of the various stakeholders? You talked about the government, but also other stakeholders towards the systemic change. Could you share some experience in this regard?
2025 actually a special year for green jobs, and I'm very happy to mention it every time and remind people about it in Indonesia. Why it is special? Because this year we have this midterm planning, national midterm planning, 2025 until 2029. So it's next coming next 5 years. This we call it RPJMN, so midterm national planning. First time mentioning not only green economy, but also cascaded into the developing of green jobs. So really look at green jobs as one of important pillar to support green economy. It's not like business as usual, talking about energy transition, talking only about the technology, etc., but forget about the people. Who will drive the green economy if you do not prepare the human resources? So development of green jobs or promotion of green jobs, but also then also the development of green workforce. And this year is also very special because this year, 30 April this year, the National Planning Agency, Bappenas, also launched the Green Workforce Roadmap. So this is roadmap actually until 2045, but the action plan, Bappenas decided only until 2029, so that it's in the same timeline with the midterm planning. So we have the big umbrella, the national planning, already with green economy, with development of green jobs and also green workforce. But also we have this roadmap, development of green workforce development roadmap. In both the national planning as well as the roadmap, we work in, there are three pillars. First is the ecosystem. So this is from policy regulations up to partnership here. And pillar number two is the readiness, the skill development, the people readiness. And the third is the private sector engagement. So we have the ecosystem, people readiness, and also private sector engagement. Now, because of that, ministries, they are willing or not, they are no or not, they are ready or not, they cannot go in other direction because it become when once it is in the national planning, they will be tech. Their activity will be tech. Their activity need to support the achievement or indicator or target of green jobs. So now, for example, Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources this year already launched the Human Resources Development Strategy, National Strategy for developing human resources for energy transition towards the emission, zero emission. So net zero emission. So that is, and now we are helping, are supporting Ministry of Forestry, for example, to develop also the same national strategy. And Ministry of Industry, they ask us to support the development of a kind of a master plan to develop human resources for eco-industrial park, because this is one of their big project to transform the existing industrial park into eco-industrial park. Ministry of Manpower, we have a lot of activity, including they produce, this is already the 4th National Directory for Green Occupations. So there are fever for that because of those policy push, actually. So this is the wave. This is, imagine us as a surfer. This is the beautiful big wave. We need to use it. We need to enjoy that and put
use the momentum.
Foundation. Yeah, foundation for the coming 5 years, 10 years, etc.
Very good. Yeah, thank you. So that's really on political level. You have a very strong national planning, and that helps really to move the whole process quite smoothly. Yeah, that's perfect on policy level. Coming now to the people, you thankfully assessed our note, our measuring note, and yeah, we know that, I mean, an important precondition is really that learners, instructors, and enterprises gain awareness and competencies in GESI and in green in green areas. What are the competencies that you see in Indonesia on the beneficiary level, on the VET service provider level, and also directly on enterprise level? Maybe you can stress some few competences on these 3 levels that you consider are really key to make sure that this transition actually works.
First of all, congratulations again for the concept note, for the, I call it guideline.
Okay.
For the guideline. It is rich, really rich. When I read it again, I have to read it a few times because it's really dense. And a lot of you also provide, the guidelines also provide a lot of possible indicators also. Very interesting. But back to your questions. If we look at the people at the beneficiary level, until now, we are, because for the project, the previous project also work also a lot at that level. Also, we facilitate training, etc. This is the number 1 competency, is ability to apply green practices. So they really can do that because a lot of, we provide, we facilitate trade, and we have to say openly, not all of those training successfully really develop the competencies for the trainees to implement actually those green practices. So this is, we need to make sure that our trainees, or those already get training in whichever training, especially the formal training, or even the non-formal training also, like the short courses, that they, to different extent, of course, depend on the training, they have ability to apply green practices. For example, the resource efficiency. We just completed the training for the members, those who work in this industrial park or industrial estate, those who are prepared to shift into eco-industrial park. They need also human resources in that. We provide energy efficiency, resource efficiency training, but we were not really, how you call it, successful in identify the training provider. So after the training, I still have the feeling that they still need additional training for that. So it's also challenge for us if we also would like to support and facilitate that kind of training. Just at beneficiary level of that, because it doesn't matter how many training you train, if they at the end of training they cannot practices apply the green practices, then it's just good on paper, and we do not want it. We want that people can do that, and they see that they can do, and they convinced about it. Soft skills, it's also important here. We now try to develop this soft skills, also green soft skills, but actually it is the same soft skills. It's related to problem solving, adaptability, digital skills, communication. Why it is important? Because green jobs, if we look at the data, usually require higher skills. This is higher skills jobs actually. So then I think that capacity or ability to have this problem solving that is suitable for the job, that is environmentally friendly, for example, that is also important. But of course, capacity to navigate a decent workplace, decent work, safe workplace, etc. is also important. But for me, I would like to say that number one is that we have to make sure that they have the ability to apply the green practices. So at the training provider level, again, we also have the lesson learned, for example, that not all training providers, service provider, actually they have nice, how you call it, company profile, etc., but we need also to know which one and how to select it. So they need to be able to deliver inclusive and green training, adapted curricula, training materials. That is the most important thing. So we talk a lot about greening. The curricula, we talk about the greening, the skill system, but we go down more focus on, for example, curricula and preparing the teachers, the instructor, etc. So that is something that they have to be able to do. At the enterprise level, yeah, you also mentioned about the enterprise level. Yeah. I think that environmental management is one of the competence at the enterprise level that need to be ensured there. Minimizing waste, pollution. Some companies already really good, especially the multinationals. They have resources for that. But a lot of company and in Indonesia, although our economy is supported by the SMEs, this is still a lot of stuff need to be done. So that is environmental management. I think that is what at the key for enterprise level.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing these insights from the direct experience in Indonesia. And you talked already about the indicators, so maybe we can share this when we talk about the discussion note in a minute. But maybe to make use of your presence here, I mean, you continuously highlighted the need that we need to align the project M&E framework with the existing one in the on national level. Could you give us a little bit of insights or preliminary experience of your current process with your collaboration with Bapinas in aligning this framework? So, because for us it's really important that we don't come on top of something and an extra burden, but to make sure that we help that our counterparts are better equipped when it comes to monitoring and evaluation. And I think you have some experience to share with us.
It was started from panic. Yes.
Okay.
Why? In the process of developing the Green Job Roadmap, of course, we need data and the analysis of it. We need to show people how many people now and already based on the employed people in Indonesia. How many of them already have already work on green jobs, and how many still in the potential jobs that potentially can be green, and how many completely, we call it not yet green job or brown job, like that. But we realized that the survey, the existing national survey, doesn't collect that data. Yes, we have twice per year this kind of survey on work, on employment, but until now, green job is not yet in their system, the data collection. So we work with the World Bank, actually using their methods, using the task approach, etc., and using the data, the national data, but also calculated with that method. But in short, data scattered, the national survey is not there. Not really, we cannot just easily extract data on green jobs or green workforce. So Bapenas realized, and correctly so, that we need to start collecting data on green jobs and green workforce, actually. And because of the roadmap, we would like to, Bapenas and CASIT support that. We would like to make sure that this is not just another policy launched nicely in a hotel, and after that, quiet. No, not this time. So we agree that we conduct this monitoring and evaluations. We develop the system, monitoring and evaluations on the implementation of Green Job Roadmap. So we do not pretend to collect data, national data, because that is the national statistics, but we would like to monitor and evaluate the implementation of Green Job Roadmap. So we base on the indicators that already in the midterm national planning, and indicator that we identified in the Green Job Roadmap. In total, 39 indicator, and we develop the system. We still developing the system. I mean, we still need to, this month, we will conduct the piloting of the instruments. The instruments ready, piloting the instruments. The kickoff already done, and quite positive response. But then it's evaluation, monitoring and evaluations. Once we already finalize this year, early next year, then we will conduct yearly. 2026, 2027 with CASIT support, and 2028, 2029, Bapenas need to be able to do it by themselves or supported by other donor, because CASIT will finalize the work, phase out mid-2028. But every year, based on the data collected every year, we will develop a yearly report analysis. At least it's 2 years. And in 2028, we develop big analysis that we will hand over to Bapenas and to other ministries, so that in 2029, when Bapenas prepare for the next midterm planning, they already have the background study. They need to update it to some extent, but the big chunk of the work is already there.
Super.
And this is haven't done yet. This is the first time we will do something like that.
Okay, so it's the start of the process.
Yeah.
Super. Wow, I think I could continue forever and ever to discuss with you. This is so interesting to learn your journey in Indonesia. Unfortunately, I'm just looking at the time. We are running a little bit out of time. But yeah, we can continue this discussion, and also participants, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. If we have time during our webinar, we will try to answer them together with Ruli. Otherwise, we will definitely do a documentation afterwards and make sure that all questions will be answered. But thank you so much, Ruli, for your time and for all these insights from Indonesia, and also once again for the time that you took to assess the discussion note from the dVET, and to give all your valuable insights to make it really more approachable and close to the realities. That was really highly appreciated by us, by the team. Thank you so much.